The mic drop heard round the world. Eala silences Dubai, shocks the tennis establishment, and ignites a movement nobody saw coming. Welcome back to Court Vision Media, the only place online where the real stories live, where the breakdowns are unfiltered, the drama is dissected properly, and the moments that mainstream tennis media tiptoes around are confronted head-on. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and tap like on this video, because by the time we finish this story, you are going to want to be part of this community for the long haul. And if you are already part of the Court Vision Media family, you already know what time it is. Today, we are diving deep. No soft edges. No watered-down narratives. Just the full, uncut truth about one of the most breathtaking runs in recent WTA history, and about a single moment that froze an entire stadium, exploded across the internet, and permanently reshaped how the world sees Alexandra Eala. This is about the 2026 Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships. This is about a 20-year-old Filipina who walked into one of the most glamorous and high-pressure arenas in professional tennis and shook the establishment at its core. And this is about a post-match interview that began like any other and ended as one of the most honest and unforgettable mic drop moments the sport has witnessed in years. To understand what happened in Dubai, you have to understand the stage Eala stepped onto. She arrived in the UAE carrying momentum from a demanding Middle East swing. A quarterfinal run in Abu Dhabi. A tough exit in Qatar. She was sharp, battle-tested, and hungry, but few outside the most loyal Filipino fans viewed her as a serious contender at a WTA 1000 event historically dominated by established elites. Dubai is a stage for the biggest names, the highest rankings, the most powerful sponsorship machines. A world number 47 making noise there? To casual observers, that was a long shot. Then she stepped on court, and everything shifted. Her opening match ended early after Hailey Baptiste retired with injury, but the calm ended there. In the round of 32, Eala faced Jasmine Paolini, world number 8, Grand Slam finalist, one of the most dangerous competitors on tour. What followed was not luck. It was not a fluke. It was a 3-set war that electrified the Aviation Club Tennis Center. Filipino fans packed the stands from the early hours, their energy echoing like a home tie in Manila. They were not casual attendees. They had planned, sacrificed sleep, organized work schedules. And Eala absorbed every ounce of that support. Paolini fell. The crowd erupted. And then came the interview that changed everything. Legendary former champion Jim Courier stepped onto center court for what should have been routine post-match celebration. A light question. A crowd-friendly setup. The type of exchange that ends with smiles and applause. Eala did not give the expected answer. She scanned the stadium, filled with overseas Filipino workers, nurses, engineers, families carrying their flag with pride, and she chose honesty. Calmly, without theatrics, she said, "It's hard being a Filipino woman in this tennis world." Silence. Courier paused. The crowd held its breath. And then the stadium exploded, not with polite applause, but with a thunderous, emotional roar that only happens when someone says aloud what so many have felt privately. Within minutes, the clip went global. Social feeds ignited. Hashtags trended. Commentators debated. Think pieces poured in. The polished tennis world was suddenly forced into a conversation about privilege, access, and structural imbalance. And the context matters. Professional tennis, for all its beauty, remains geographically and economically exclusive. Players from traditional powerhouses benefit from deep federations, domestic sponsorship, wildcards, accessible academies, and logistical ease. Eala's path was different. As a teenager, she left home to train in Spain at the Rafael Nadal Academy. She crossed oceans because there was no viable elite pathway at home. She rebuilt her life to chase a dream that demanded more sacrifice than most ever see. And she carries more than her ranking. She carries a nation. After the viral moment, the tennis continued, and so did the statement-making. In the round of 16, she defeated Sorana Cîrstea in straight sets, 7-5, 6-4. The crowd turned center court into Manila East. When she closed it out, the roar nearly lifted the roof. Then came the quarterfinal. Across the net stood Coco Gauff, world number 4, multi-time Grand Slam champion, generational talent. The anticipation was electric. But Gauff delivered a clinical performance, winning 6-love, 6-2. Eala, fatigued from her run, could not match the relentless pace. It was a humbling reminder of the final gap between rising contender and established elite. Yet even in defeat, the respect was undeniable. The crowd stood. Gauff acknowledged their passion with warmth. The moment transcended the scoreboard. Then came the rankings update. World number 31. A career high. The highest ranking ever achieved by a Filipino player in WTA history. A 16-spot leap. 215 points earned in Dubai alone. 1 year removed from sitting outside the top 100. This is not a slow climb. This is acceleration. And beyond rankings, something larger has taken shape. Eala is no longer simply a rising tennis player. She is becoming a cultural force, authenticity, courage, and representation wrapped into one fearless competitor. Brands are watching. Federations are watching. Young athletes from non-traditional tennis nations are watching. At 20 years old, she is still building. The loss to Gauff highlighted areas to improve: endurance, physical peak consistency, serve reliability under sustained pressure. These are solvable. They are training variables, not talent deficiencies. The foundation is already exceptional. Next comes Indian Wells. Then Miami, where she defends major points. Then Clay and Roland Garros, where she could enter as a seeded player for the first time. The tour does not pause. The spotlight only intensifies. And those 6 words from Dubai will follow her: it's hard being a Filipino woman in this tennis world. They frame her story. They deepen every victory. They remind the world that for some athletes, simply reaching the court is already a climb few understand. Alexandra Eala refused to shrink. She left home as a teenager to chase something improbable. She rose when few were watching. She spoke truth when cameras were rolling. And she kept competing the very next day. That is bigger than sport. Now I want to hear from you. What did you feel when she said those words? Do you believe the tennis establishment needs deeper structural change? How high is her ceiling? Top 10. Grand Slam champion? Drop your boldest takes in the comments right now. And if this breakdown gave you something, if it informed you, moved you, or challenged you, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss what comes next. Court Vision Media is just getting started. Wherever Alexandra Eala's journey leads, we will be there telling the full story. Until next time, keep your eyes on the court. Court Vision Media, we see everything.
Look ahead a bit, to Abu Dhabi. Obviously, I think you're going to play there next. You've been given a wild card. Also given a wild card, was announced, was Janice Chen. You're both players sort of leading in Southeast Asia.